Okay, we should be live now. And I have literally nothing going on this Saturday. As with every other day of my life, there's really nothing here. So we're going to play some World of Warcraft. Just going to keep up from where we left off. Without pretty much anything to say, I'm just bored out of my fucking mind. I would rather be doing just about anything else. Do an M plus just to get something going, which is not completely stupid. So as far as what would be the best piece of gear for this character, I really don't know. It's probably a trinket. And I don't really care. Those pieces of gear are actually relatively boring once you get used to taking them for granted as they are. You take for granted pieces of gear. Um, we gotta try to get an LFR cloak. And then why? Why do any of this? 359. Um, let's see if forcing 2. I really shouldn't even be running this. It's what are I with it for? To get pieces to drop. But if you knew the people, it'd be like one thing, right? You're supposed to like have a guild that makes everything make sense and be earning tons of money in real life and stuff. So much of this game and everything in life starts to stop to make sense whenever you peel back the layers. Most people I'm trying to think of a way to explain it. Most people wouldn't even be who they think they are if they didn't have the people surrounding them and the situations which threw them into the things they went into, and they don't even realize that that's the case. People who are settled in terms of their friends, their family, their life outlook and expectancy as far as certain things like daily routines and future events and progression of time, group progression, group dynamics. Mostly take them completely for granted and have no fucking clue how they got them. Or would think otherwise that they did something particularly whenever they really did like the opposite of something. They did nothing. And then people just kind of like took control of them over time in the ways that people own people. So school, mandatory attendance, expected attendance. So what dumb garbage in my feed? Like nobody has put out anything worth watching. They just keep on spamming low quality shit. Dude, see, this part of the game is not fun. You know, the most fun I've had running dungeons and stuff. You know everybody in the group already. You know that everybody is pretty much good. There may be a couple of characters that shuffle around. So you're not always playing with the exact same five set of people. You have like a guild of like 25. I don't know. It's better to know the people you're playing with than to randomly sit in Group Finder for like 30 minutes and then maybe not have that great a group. The time spent just to get playing the game. It's sort of a ridiculous ask for any other game. Nobody would put up with that. Like if League of Legends had a 30-minute queue and you had to like post in general chat. No tanks. So it'd be one thing if I were like at a homestead and waking up to go like do rounds and playing soccer and like living the way I want to and having money, no constraint. This is what you do whenever you don't have money or like anything else, really. And then it doesn't really bring you any. Everything just gets worse. It's fucking stupid. I can't really focus on programming and stuff either. Like the idea of starting some project and just like that sounds miserable. I need money. I don't need like unpaid work for hours and hours that creates something which is not of any real relevance, which is how all those kind of things generally go. Like there are all kinds of people who work on coding projects and it just you don't want to tell them, but the truth is it's just art. It's just awful. Like there's literally no need for the thing they're creating and it's already been done and they're just wasting their time. And I can see that before I even like start anything, you know what I mean? I understand that really well. And what's the point? I need money. I don't need programming knowledge right now. At a certain point, you're just killing the whole ecosystem, aka me. Seeing this character. 2069, that's only what, 25 years from now? No, 40, 45 years from now. So it's like I want to get up and I want to run around a place like this.
Many moves. Do you think that
Like not doing jujitsu grappling, I think that's stupid, but I want to have a big open room, you know what I mean? Like, I want to run around and kick those bags and like get on a treadmill and like run across the yard before I do anything whatsoever, but it's not like that because the place is just does not exist in this city. There is no such place. There's literally no way for me to accomplish that.
what else could be a move? Feint? A feint? Ooh, is a feint a move?
You have to know
Okay.
everything as a person. You can kind of reduce back down to like, okay.
Yeah, so you're saying that knowing nothing
Shit.
isn't the place to start.
Yeah, kind of.
What about a three-strike white belt? Wait. Not only better. Also, as I do with all my videos, an unedited version of this training session and the rest of them that I do in this video will be on my membership page. It's $2.99 a month, and I post all the awesome detail these instructors go into, which would probably make this video 4 hours if I didn't cut it out. You hit the join button down below and become a yellow belt member to get access.
I don't feel like I need a file, but let's just get on right.
How many moves do you think are in jiu-jitsu?
Coach has a million.
Is there a way to count the submissions even?
I think so. I think you definitely count like families of submissions. There's probably like 7 or 8
Then right
kind of main categories of submissions, I would say.
Okay. And then from there, there's ways to do those submissions from different places.
Yeah, and then that's where the branches get real crazy.
Is like the next 3 attacks with multi-shot? No.
Oh, that was a move. Okay. There were a few maybe.
Well, only one of them were successful, Which is 100% not
Gotta
how it
check
works, but
that.
it gave me an idea.
Same move as before doesn't count.
Doesn't count!
Would it be easier for me to only use moves that gain points in jiu-jitsu? I think the answer is yes, but that's not what we're here for. We're not here for the easy way out. which is quite unfortunate.
6 seconds.
So that was kind of brain breaking. I don't really know where to go from here. I'll figure out something for you guys though. I promise. I'll give you a number. I'll give you my guess is somewhere around 1,000.
I hit.
But gosh, I guess it could be so much
Didn't I
more than
hit?
that too.
my primal
So, I think my
exhilaration.
best bet is to break the moves down into
Swear I hit it.
categories, obviously, like submission.
So you have to release the key with this. There is, I kind of would prefer like on press down rather than release. I don't know. I could maybe change that in settings. It's one of those. The way they built the last version of the Ray Tartarus Pro 2. It's not bad. I just need to like play correctly. What is damaging me? And didn't I hit it again? It was on cooldown or something. Before I was like standing in something. Mystic Vapors. That just needs to be dispelled, I think, or something, or not. It sounds like a dot, or was I standing in it? Or probably. I definitely need like a set of weak auras for this character. Like I need to see, okay, there we go. On my character I have right here. It's that's Beast Cleave. They named it after the arena comp. I think that's what cool. Thanks so much. I don't think I'm doing too well on damage. Could be worse, but it could be so much better. I've been using Death Shotgun. Um, Yikes. Yeah, I'm just really, I don't know how to say. I just really should go get up and walk around, run around, and like live a life before I play this game more, you know. I don't know why. Well, we live so far. It's tyrannical. Tyrannical is kind of an annoying. This boss fights go on forever. It's not that bad if you're really geared, but I'm somewhere in the middle. this time. Explosive pad. Consuming stuff. So the ads were still alive is the problem. I think.
Actually, you know what? I think of anything you get points for, but then we lose like the whole. Then we just make it about sport jiu-jitsu. I just realized I haven't even googled this. EliteSports.com says more than 600. Okay, let's just start to list some off right now. Armbar, rear naked choke, Kimura, Americana.
I suppose releasing is
Like,
probably
there's a bunch of
superior.
types of leg
No.
locks. You got the guillotine, bow and arrow, cross collar, and I'll be honest, I've already started googling. I got like 12 moves in and was like, okay, let's just start googling. Okay, so far just doing. Wait, how did I miss so many? This guy says there's 77
Sorry if this
submissions.
is.
Gold BJJ. So, I think I just found our connection that's going to help us put this whole thing together. What's up?
Hey, what's happening, man?
I'm on a bit of a quest.
Yeah.
So far, I've done 1 day of research, and all of my answers have pointed to it's impossible to know. But
Yeah.
I think that you could help me.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Okay, perfect.
So I think some things that some tools, I guess, without making this more convoluted. 4 basic positions, and then lots of variations of those.
Okay.
Right. Each one has a good and a bad, or a positive and negative, or superior, inferior. Right. So.
Right.
So basically
Try and
refreshes
simplify it to make it as
on Barb Shot, is that
palatable
what it
as
is?
possible, but that's not what I'm here for.
Or is
I want
refreshing there?
answers. How many moves do you think there are?
Man, I honestly would say infinite moves. It's either a transitional movement or it's a submission.
Yeah.
Those are moves. You know, then what constitutes technique? And then how much can that technique be a variable of the same technique until it becomes a new technique? This throw looks almost identical to this throw, but because of the hip placement, foot placement, grip attachment, whatever, now it's actually become this one. And so, you know, if you look at like Upa escape, you know, are you trapping the arm like this? Are you wrapping the arm? Are you putting a 2-on-1? Are you know, so there, you can have 10 different variations of Upa escape.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so-
I don't think I have Upa on the list. Is that a submission? I don't know what Upa is. I think I'm in a good place to move forwards now. I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna do some research, and I'll get back to you.
Godspeed.
Awesome. Also,
This whole time, I could way more.
I've been in my jiu-jitsu position this whole time. Oof.
These
Not gonna lie.
food guys.
I've had some bad jokes. That one, there's just something about the delivery of that one. Maybe I shouldn't try stand-up comedy. Sit-down comedy, though. It's day 3. I have nothing. I think ultimately, gosh, these cicadas are absolutely insane. I am feeling less than optimistic. We're gonna go to another jiu-jitsu rolling session, and I just want some sort of hint of a possibility of a smidget of an answer that can hopefully one day provide a glimmer of a possibility that I can get this answer.
Hot person, just doing a little management, right? Trying to stay where you're at, stay a little heavy, be a little underway. Try to get chest to chest every once in a while if the person on bottom's not doing their job, right? I'm here, act knee shield, then tree, I'm gonna try to sit up, pull them into me, right? And and try to get underneath their hips as much as possible. You guys feel fine if you get lazy and you don't really hold them or sit up enough, they end up getting you flat chest to chest here.
And just like we did with our first class, we went through a warm-up, we learned some techniques, and I'm assuming we'll have variations to go with that too. Okay, so I'm trying to do like, I consider this like a research project. I'm trying to figure out how many moves are in jiu-jitsu.
There's like no number.
Okay, so
it's
that was
infinite.
good.
It's infinite.
I kind of like have to have a number.
If you had to have a number,
Let's say submissions. How many submissions do you think you utilize in a match?
3 or 4.
Okay.
I'm just spamming 3 or 4
Yeah.
over and over again. And
Interesting.
if I end up in different spots, maybe I'll take things to get there, but I'm just working back my way to
Yeah.
get back to usually 3 or 4.
If you had to guess how many moves.
I would say you're probably dipping into like, 2 to 3,000.
Ooh.
I would
okay.
think.
Yeah.
So if we start off in mount, you have your armbar, right? You have Americana, right? You have your head and arm choke. You have Ezekiel, right? Nogi Ezekiel if we're going to variations.
Yeah. And impressively, Brandon did this for quite a while. He named quite a few techniques, but he didn't name infinite techniques, which is at least a sign that maybe I can come up with a number. Right. It's possible because you have the same like chest to chest feel.
Exactly.
Whether you hit it or not, what's the weirdest submission that you were like, I found myself in this, I don't practice it often, does that ever
Oh,
happen?
the buggy. The buggy
buggy,
choke?
really?
Yeah.
The one you were just...
Yeah.
Oh, really?
100%, yeah.
There's so many submissions, he like is ankle locking himself. Do you promote by the number of moves that somebody knows? Like, is it like judo?
It's a little bit different for everybody, right?
Okay.
Some people I base off of how well they can do a fewer amount of moves.
Okay.
Some people I do base it off of like how many moves they know. If I have like a 65-year-old dude
Yeah.
who doesn't really compete and like has a hard time really.
I'm whooping him.
Yeah.
Oh, is that not
absolutely.
what you-
Yeah, me
oh,
too,
okay,
me
sorry,
too, me
sorry,
too. But yeah, it's like I can't really gauge like, how skilled or how much they've progressed based on how they're going against the other 20-year-olds in here. It's like, okay, they understand like that whole position and they understand like every pathway for that position. So they understand jiu-jitsu.
Have you ever been doing something and think that you created a move?
Oh, I was just talking about that today. I think it's like kind of impossible to create something. Like,
Okay.
I think you can like renovate,
Sure.
but like innovating a move is probably almost impossible at this point.
Okay.
I wouldn't say impossible, but I would say pretty close.
Which, I don't even know if that's a good or a bad sign. It's a good sign because nobody's gonna be making up moves while I'm trying to count. That would be annoying. But it's bad news because, well, that means there's so many, you can't come up with any more. There's more drops of sweat coming off my face right now than there are moves in jiu-jitsu. Okay, so I'm between training sessions. I had a thought. I think takedowns will be the easiest one to quantify because Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is pretty much confirmed to have come from judo, right? Hear me out. Now, in Kodokan Judo, there are 67 throws. Well, we can fairly assume that there's at least 67 throws. So what I'll also do is I'll cross-reference a lot of the best BJJ guys right now in your average gym are former college wrestlers. Is it fair to assume that a lot of those throws and takedowns, are they a part of that curriculum now? I'm gonna say yes. Ooh, here's where things get a little difficult. These are all in Japanese and I don't know how to translate the Japanese, like, It's gonna be a little bit harder to cross-reference these.
Hello.
Yo, what up?
What up, man?
Nothing, chilling. Hey, question. How many types of takedowns are in wrestling?
I don't know off the top of my head how many
Looks like I eaten by the
there
giant.
are, because they're like variations to takedowns that like connect to other like moves that you have to do.
Right. I am so sick of that word, variation. If I hear variation one more time, I'm gonna kick a toddler. Like a big one that can defend itself. There's like the obvious, the single leg, the double leg, fireman's carry. I was just calling to see if off the top of your head. Well, I don't know if there's like a common like.
I'm not really sure. I mean, there probably is, but I'm probably oblivious to it, to be honest.
I feel like if judo guys are kind of nerds about martial arts, wrestling guys are like the opposite. Where they're like, no, just scramble and then you'll hit something. I'll probably see you Wednesday.
Yeah, all right.
Sweet, thank you. Bye. Right now, with every lock, submission, and takedown I can think of, without like large variations coming into play, these are the main movements of the technique. I have 117. I think by the time I add positions, I've missed a J. Every position in BJJ, please. I missed a J. Now we're up to 131. We still haven't gotten into passes. I think passes is gonna be like, that's gonna be a whole nother world. And if I know jujitsu, there's a chance that world's flat. Okay, hopping into a class that's by an instructor that might surprise you. If you're a fan of the channel, you recognize this man, but you don't recognize him from what we're about to learn. What's up? How are you?
How are you?
Good to see you again.
Yourself.
I'm not entirely convinced Hardy didn't know that I was coming and make us do the absolute hardest warm-up I've ever done in my entire life. And all of these exercises were things that were, quite frankly, pretty important to jiu-jitsu. He said they've got competitions coming up. But like, what kind of competitions? Toting folks around competitions? So is a shoulder roll a move? Is a reverse shoulder roll a move? That's a move, right? That's gotta be. Because you can use it, it's a pass.
One, this is going to be this bump to an ogoshi. And one will be the uchigake ankle pick.
The first techniques we worked on were 2 separate takedowns, but it was kind of more of a flow into 2 takedowns. Luckily for me, both of these were already on my list, but the setups weren't. How many moves are in that one sequence?
You got to close the distance.
Yep.
We got to secure the position, clinch, and like that clinch is important by itself because there's a bunch of stuff you can do from there. But then we did the knee bump, which is 4. Yeah. They counter the knee bump, so if we count their moves, that's 5. And then I'm going to counter with a front throw, or I'm going to counter with a leg reap and an ankle pick.
Yeah.
And once they hit the ground, then we're going to do a pass.
X-pass, yeah.
Then we went knee on belly, so we're at 10 so far.
Yeah.
And then we made a decision to move into a mount, and the way we moved into a mount, sort of a move by itself, which is 11 and 12, right? Not individual steps, just individual technique.
How many moves, if you were like to compete, or if you were to roll and you were like, okay, this is gonna be my best game, how many submissions do you have that you like usually go to?
Maybe a different way to think about it. There's 5 areas of jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
Right? There's the takedown skills. Then you got your top offensive stuff. So if I'm on top, if I'm in them out, like a lot of times your submissions, right?
Yep.
You've got your bottom offensive things, your submissions and sweeps from your bottom guard.
Okay.
You got to be able to pass the guard.
Yep.
Right. So guard passes are part of like your top offensive things, and then you've got to have escapes. So if you get stuck underneath somebody, how do you get out?
I was thinking about eliminating passes as techniques, but if you have to practice a technique to get the pass, then it is a technique, right? Which frankly is horrible news for me, because while we started rolling, mentally I'm so checked out, because all I can think about is, how on earth do you quantify a scramble, a defense for a specific technique? 5 days of this, and I still have no idea what on the flat earth comes next. Yes, I did double up on that joke.
So many different types of passes because there's so many different types of guards you got to deal with.
Right.
And if you don't have a technique for it, you can certainly get shut down by some of these tricky guards that they'll tie up your feet and they'll tie up an arm. And if you don't have a technique to deal with it,
Yeah.
you know, you're not going to advance.
But in all of this crazy frustration, I had a bit of a breakthrough. So with each of these techniques, you have this multiplier. And I tell me if this makes sense. Actually, don't tell me, because I want to save it for Eli Knight. I think I've come up with a number.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
A very specific number too.
All right.
And I'm gonna say the number, and then you let me know how you feel about it, and then I'll explain how I got there.
Okay.
Also, do you always sit like this? Is this like a thing?
I
3,930.
wow. That's a real specific.
3,930.
That is very specific.
It is, but it's also based off of kind of the average. Okay, here's how I came up with that number. First off, I decided I would only count the offensive moves. Takedowns, submissions, and positions. You know, you could argue some
That's what I thought too.
But if everything goes
Asked if I should
perfectly,
lost
there's
him.
only these 100
I think we should save it for last
moves.
boss.
There's probably
I never lost on Pet.
I did as extensive research as I could. And then anything more than that is something your opponent
As
does
Hunter,
to
I
stop
usually
what you're trying to do from happening. So Hardy
have
had, like,
another
a different
lost
options.
class from
Granted,
there.
this was not Hardy's idea. There's roughly
I'm not
4
sure
to
if you get
10 defensive
100%.
options you have from most of these positions. Some of them
Oh,
more,
before,
some of them
is it
less.
40% for
Someone's
others, and for
triangling
this
on
it's
you,
30?
Someone's got you in mount. Someone's trying to get an armbar. Your legs are trapped. Deep half
Used to
guard.
be,
Now, each of these
I don't know if they
offensive
gave us
moves has
equality.
Roughly, I say that very loosely, 5 to 10 different defensive
Or if we're
measures
still
you can
ghetto
take to
lust.
get out of that situation. Whether it be a pass, an escape, a stall. So what I did was, with each offensive move that I had, the 131, I multiplied that by 6. And then from those counters, we come up with the variations. Because if somebody, instead of lying flat on their back, decides to sit on their shoulder, well, we have a variation of the same thing that we would have done before. I multiplied by 5 for those counters that we would counter their counters with. I think after that, it resets and it becomes 0 and you start from a new technique or position or pass. Is this number perfect? No, absolutely not. But I think it is a good representation of how quickly things get out of hand numbers wise.
Well, right now, I mean, just right off the bat, I'm the locks themselves. Yeah, there's like 25 there, so I would definitely say, got to get those numbers. Those are rookie numbers.
Okay.
There's only so many ways to lock a joint,
Sure.
right? So
Yeah.
I mean, the classification, then it matters then. Okay, not what the lock is doing, but how you got there. So that's why these techniques change.
Ask not
So
what your lock can do for you.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it as it is.
Do you think the number 3,930 is too much or too little? Because when I think about it, like how many, like could you sit there and name 3,930 things?
Yeah, you give me long enough, I could do that.
Also,
Yeah.
I wanted to be clear, I don't want multipliers to be a thing that like lives on after this.
Yeah.
We cut it after this. This is not like something I want to be my claim to. I don't want it. I'm just saying for the specific purposes of
BJJ fanatics,
No.
go see Seth's
No.
tutorial on,
On
systematically
multiplier.
multiplying BJJ positions.
You can take whatever you do, double it.
Yes.
I think what's interesting that I found is that jiu-jitsu is not about numbers.
No, it's not even about. For me, it's not even about techniques. I mean, because like, what are you quantifying? Quantifying techniques,
Right.
and I think everything is.
There's nothing I could do about that, right? I just got targeted with a mechanic. This healer is struggling to keep up with this. People are probably taking too much damage they don't need to. Seemed like I couldn't really avoid the damage I was taking. I wasn't standing in anything or getting hit by anything. The boss literally turned to me and put a dot on me. Ah, I see. Our healer was a didn't let him charge mana. Charge mana. Such a Ragnaros thing to say. Like, English is not your primary language. Ragnaros is infamously a South American, Central American realm. They have a very wide range of quality. Some of the best players are on Ragnaros, and then you have some of the worst kind of players that will ruin a raid. Not saying that's what this guy is or anything. Everything here is good. Mm, Probably shouldn't have burned turtle as well, but we did. Alright, we need to really do damage on behalf of our core healer here. And we definitely need to lust. About I lust on first crystal going out. I just don't hear it right now. So it's not actually. Yeah, cookies would be huge. We need lust when we don't have burst damage. We do. I should have switched more. I'm also trying to get my audio settings right. It'll do this sometime. It'll just fuck around. Yeah, it's not putting out any sound for me. And I don't even have a put out. Save my death chakra. Make sure I multi-shot immediately and switch. It is my fault. 100%. It's getting put up. Right, here it is. On the fracture, right? Fucking thing, goddamn. He doesn't take any damage. Alright. Didn't use my death chakra. I also didn't really do splash damage. That was really lackluster. Not good. Fracture. The AoE crystal. So there is an AoE, and then so hardening crystal, detonating crystal. And now we don't have lost. It didn't really seem to help much. Yes, hardening crystal before other. Options, audio. Put it on my headphones. I'll put it on my headphones and I'll put it on the TV. Just put it on the TV. No audio. God damn. Why not? So hardening down to 75%. Sorry. I reloaded. Then you switch to others. I saw the 75% thing, and you can't see the chat log right now. Let's go. Yeah, this is our only shot at this. We don't probably have another redo. It'd be worth it just to make a macro to target the hardened crystal that you like put over here, and then only click whenever you're in this. There we go. Much easier this time. Really wish I had sound, but whatever. Yeah, so it's not even that we were getting hit by stuff, it's that we weren't killing those properly. Now I understand it was probably largely my fault because I don't know this. I thought they were all the same. Has this huge absorb? It's down. Let's walk through that. It was kind of tortured, but we did it. And we beat the timer just barely. 1 minute, 21 seconds left. I understood pistol. Uh, yeah. I should have traded Pippi the ring for the neck. I could. That way we both get an upgrade. Let's see. Revive pools. Sounds like thunder. I doubt it'll be very much though. What's the neck? First mastery. Crit haste. Crit haste. Crit is such a big deal. Crit is a big deal. Like this is a better ring. I think verse mastery is like the best thing to stack on Beast Mastery, but I don't even know. I really don't even know where the entrance to this is. Where the hell do I go? Yeah, equip it. This Nibba, it's upgrades. Hmm. Should I give him my ring? It's fine. All right, well, I'm keeping my fucking ring then. Should I keep my ring? Okay. I'm keeping my ring. Awkward. There we go. Like trade me neck since he got a 499 neck and I needed both. And he lost the roll on the ring to me. But then he already equipped it, I suppose. Oh well. My item level went up. Nothing bad happened to me. Wasted a moment and had an awkward interaction. Yeah, I needed to get rid of that 451 more than he needed to get rid of his like 480 whatever he had. It's just like there's no way I'm gonna like hold a green ring and give away a 499 without replacing my green neck. That'd just be a bit too much. I offered a 1-to-1 trade. Maybe if I knew the person and we were like in a guild and we were running multiple characters, but not in this situation. Rings aren't that hard to come by. They're pretty easy to get. pieces that people share. All right. I guess that's pretty much enough plus for me for this character right now. You have to do 4 to get 2 vaults, so it really incentivizes you to do 1. And GTFO. Get rid of those bracer and the neck. Is there any kind of neck? What's like the best? Bastard. Okay. So jewel crafting is literally the best neck. Anyways, get crafted. This is a good trinket. I'm not using it right though. It's an AoE trinket. It's on use. I thought it was passive. I'm dumb for not using it. See, that's pretty dope. That's one of those items you get to round out whenever you're at the end of the expansion. Crafted bracers are best. So my credit card is the best item. The strongest card of all. Um, Mirror fractured. That's a pretty good trinket though for an alt. And isn't this pretty damn good too? Another way they talk about explicitly trinkets. You have to do Dawn of the Infinite's hard mode. I don't know what that really is. Okay. So that's a little bit involved. Manic Grief Touch sounds like it would just do a fuck ton of damage. I just bought that. It's a 2-second channel that does like 700,000 damage. It's 300,000 damage a second. I do like this, how this slows. Both my trains slow. Um, I don't know about that. Yeah. Touch in there. The good thing about these is you get main stat. Main stat is huge. Um, that just sounds cool. I wonder what they say about that. They don't even mention it. The serpent. Coiled serpent idol. None of them have coiled. Um, Never mentioning the serpent trinket. So probably is not that strong. That would be like super on theme though. You'd just have like a bunch of random stuff spawning in. Um, hmm. Wow, Suns. I haven't done this in a while. It's been a long time. So I have my old rings now. Yeah, so there's no reason to never have that up. To not have that up. That's one thing I was missing the entire time. Okay. Um, what stats? See this one. This isn't this is very similar to what I used to use, but it's also different. It's changed a bit. Um, uh, yes, so for that was like 180,000. This is if you change it, like if you simulate it, you can edit your items. I don't know how to like 390s and trash. This is what we're looking for. I do like the idea of this thing just being constantly up because everybody in your raid is dying. Air damage is just insane. 700,000 damage doesn't even seem like that much, but I guess it is. Everything you do deals so much damage. Like, what was my average kill command worth? I'm just looking at how much the beast. Yeah. Average 58,000. $30 to 43. 60 to 59 to 79, so like 60 to 80. Beast Cleave, what refreshes Beast Cleave? That would be good information. They should put a dungeon training dummy in here. So you just get your gear and you want to try it out. You're like thinking about getting gear. Get appearances over here. All right, I think I might switch over to the Demon Hunter. And then soon I might go out and kick around the soccer ball for a while. I'll make a second cup of coffee here. Find something worth watching. Check out what's going on Twitch. So based on your item level, your appearances change. Like the bow I have changed from red to blue. I was wondering if it would you can see it's transmog to itself. because at the 5th rank, it became its other color variant automatically. This only seems to have one color variant, though. Oddly enough. It's kind of unfortunate. I feel cheated. Yeah, that's pretty cool. In the future, people will still do these as long as the bronze bullion still drops, just to get appearances. Okay. So, I'll figure out, is there anything else in here? Alright. Trying to think what the druid one is. Oh my god, is it? It's not this. Wow. That is really cool. Crazy mount. That is so strange. It's awesome. Okay, I could do. I was thinking Demon Hunter, right? Do I plus on Demon Hunter? Man, those epic battlegrounds last night were awful. Or do solo shuffle. They put me to sleep. Do solo shuffle. I feel like Glimpse got heavily nerfed. Um, Still worth taking, but it used to be much more damage that you would actually produce. There's no real better PvP towns as far as I'm aware. Like that can be good against casters. Because you're gonna take damage and you need to be ready whenever you get to um the dispel can be counterproductive whenever you get like uh what's it called? Vampiric touch on you. Because whenever it gets dispelled, you get horrified. But it's not that big of a deal usually. It's kind of better to just have that off of you. Can be. It puts you in situations where you can't press immolation or else. Very important. Your critical structure. Does that increase your actual like crit? Does it do like percentage or does it give you the value equivalent to 30%? It matters because it would change whether or not your talents get the benefit. It probably just gives you the critical outright. That'd be very strong on Demon Hunting with the way they work. It is 30% damage basically. It's the same thing. The deflection versus the MS. This was not necessarily the best build here. Oh, I have momentum on this character. I didn't realize I was expecting that momentum. All right. Fell rush, the hunt, and natural retreat. The hunt works to maximum 30 seconds. 6 seconds. Okay, so you can keep that running pretty much indefinitely without much issue. You have leeway as long as you get it fully stacked. Wow, is this ever taking forever? Hear me out though, Rogue. Should go for their healer. Alright, I'm going. They should probably have gone for their healer. Well, on that, or monks can be hard to kill though. But I'm at least gonna split damage to pressure. Just wasted my. He just ported. I just completely wasted that. I never use Spell Break properly. Alright, we got a little bit of pressure. Micro interrupt. Not really accomplishing anything here, am I? Medicine. Um, whenever the first person dies. Yeah, it was kind of. There's definitely better PvP talents like you. It's probably better to take the 18%. That's when you get more upfront than momentum. Kemps died first last time. Now that it's only gonna happen again, but it's gonna happen again because we're playing against him. Oh man. Here. I lost. I died. I should have trinketed. I was getting focused. I didn't play that well at all. I'll be the first to admit that. I had like every one of my cooldowns. I wasn't dealing too much damage to be real. There's an art form to this which I'm not percent active in. First time PvPing on this character in a arena setting. Wow. Got the sapphire. That's my bad. I lost that. I won the first one. There we go. I mean, we didn't win the first one, but I won versus the Rogue on the opener in the first one. I got them off, man. Okay. Not used to using throw glaive either. I'll say I know. Here. I know you're supposed to apply pressure in certain ways, but I'm not very effective at it. Like, I get the concept. Here, let's get on the pallet. What are you gonna do? Run out of cooldown. What are you gonna do? Really? Absorbing. How in the hell could that possibly add the most DPS? No, just completely incorrect. Oh no, that paladin got wrecked. No, for real though. How could that possibly be correct? Absorbs. I'll say four. It's just because you'll probably die otherwise. So staying alive has the strongest damage correlation. I'm playing like I'm a hunter right now. I can't even believe that. So I'm looking at my hunter stuff. This is really not great. What are we going on? Let's go on Pally. What the? I lagged there for sure. I don't know what happened to Kemps, but I lagged. Yeah, I lagged quite significantly. Like my movement stuff didn't actually occur. Alright, so Kemps has died quite a lot. So we're just gonna bully the warrior. I'm not scared of you. Yes. We aren't getting any heals. Paladin moves. Should be. I was attacked, so there's no doubt. Come out. Hey, I got the kill on that guy though. And I did go on the paladin that one time, so whatever. DK, really doing well. My damage could be much better. That was my first round, so that was fun. Keep playing that. I just don't understand what Raid Bots is telling me about this being the best damage optimizer. I think really it's just that powerful of like a staying alive mechanism. Because you survive so much damage that you wouldn't even realize you're surviving otherwise. That's why it has the strongest correlation. But then don't you need some kind of fire proc? I don't understand how every class is proccing fire. Like you need a fire trinket to go along with that for that to work, right? You know, ignoring that, just stats based, like you can look at these. I kind of prefer this method, but I wish that it had agility as main stat. If it did, it would be much better. I can see how just the pure stat trinket is the best, but it's kind of uninteresting. You'd much rather have the trinket that does something. This is not particularly good. I don't understand why they're recommending that. on like a lot of the things they're saying on these guides. I don't agree with. Like I just don't agree with them. Some of them more so than others, or they might include it, but I don't know. I want to know where that serpent trinket comes in. Why is that not among these coiled serpentile? It's really not good. Minus 1,857. Maybe it's because I did the normalized DPS thing. And I really shouldn't. It's kind of assuming that you have this as well, too. Like, that's huge. Just pure stats, though. You're like your beasts scale with stats, and they scale really well with stats. So just giving like everything completely into stats, I do kind of agree. You get like nearly 4,000, like 3,500 almost of any stat, which is basically as much as this character even has as any stat. Right, so you could get like 3,500 versatility. That would increase your damage by like a flat percentage, which is huge. Or mastery, or haste, or crit. That's kind of insane. I think I'm going to get the friendship badge. This is good. And it probably is the other, like, best trinket, but, like, I think I'm going to use the frozen one for now. Get rid of pure decay. And I should queue for something or do something like another solo. And try to actually get good. I'm gonna change this. Let's add on so like I know the date. Five. Or would I rather have momentum? Like in PvP, I can even understand. 5 seconds is not very long. It does give you a very good burst window. You do a huge amount of damage. And then 250. It's only like 25,000. Wouldn't you rather just have a passive 6% buff rather than a 5-second window that you're probably gonna miss? %100 of 6% versus 0%. Like 5 seconds is not very long. Like you have to really, and the same way I feel about Essence Break. This sounds way more. It doesn't really deal much damage. I'd rather be able to Fell Rush. Unbounded and Cleanse. After other region things. Momentum. Oh yeah, I'm missing so much. By 10% each time it deals damage. Let me just see a lot of PPI. Let's go Havoc. EH. Right, or does anybody go like stacking immolation or like inertia here? He's taking immolation. Yeah, okay. That's more or less what I was thinking about doing. But then he doesn't have stand by 1 second. He doesn't pick up. I'm gonna try this. Will be 25. Okay. Snares. Yeah, for sure. Little things I know, but I'm not doing. How you gonna not take Fell Rush damage by 20 though? I guess it's not that much, considering you get 250 off this. take deflect. I still think like mortal. Deflect is better. Why not both? Killing healers is a big deal. It's very difficult. That's I see both. It changes based on what you're playing against. In solo shuffle, there will definitely be a healer. If you're playing against like 2 melee, like 2 rogue, or something like that. Not having this is kind of this is not a big deal. Take the inertia too. So the big change is we go. That doesn't stack though. We have 18% increase in those 2 windows. We also know how the sigil misery. This is one of the funniest talents to ever exist. It's just it might have some PvE uses for like technical reasons that I'm not aware of, but other than that, like why would it even exist? I think it's 0%, because you could just make at player macros or at cursor, it's not that big a deal. Okay. This is just yes, isolated prey. I was trying to think of a way to add that in. Does this include PvP talents? Okay, I understand the appeal of that now. Like, Roguelave is still a key part of this. I'm not used to Throwglaive. I'm used to Throwglaive being something you use when somebody's running away to pull mobs. Throwglaive, you know, to fill a space in a rotation if you run out of fury. Throwglaive has never been that important until now. Now Throwglaive is like a main ability, and I still have not gotten used to that. They take 100% of damage dealt as chaos over 6 seconds. From Chaos Strike and Throwglaive for 15 seconds. Final Slash and Blade Dance. Things have changed. Um, this is the core mechanic. Or not really. That's not affecting every ability you do. But still, that is huge. Like 100% of damage dealt as chaos over 6 seconds. So it deals damage twice, plus it deals damage like 4 times. Because it throws a second glaive. And then with this, it's saying that the way this actually calculates out is it gives you yeah. You have the potential to make them take 10% more from chaos. Depending on which school of magic it is. And then if you're playing with other casters, it could be important. We're about to get triple. 3x combo. Yeah. Cleanse by flame, cover in reverse magic, I say. Glimpse is still probably like better though. I don't know. But also probably not. Okay, so now it's all chaos because of that talent, I see. Yeah, interesting. Okay, yeah, I see. You can. We really fucked that up. We should have gotten a kill there. That was really just poor playstyle. Now we're in this hell with all these damn druids. Yeah, we had a better opener, but this cooldown is like useless to put anything into it. Now we can go. Even here, probably not the best push. Alright, we'll use bear form. Is out again. Oh, he's back in this fucking tree form. I don't even know which one is like the least. This guy right here. That's the least HP, right? I want to get him stunned out of form, which we did not just do. But we got all sorts of defense in him. Are we going in on this guy though? Still not. Totally. Alright. I learned how to play my fucking class there a little bit. It'd take me a while to relearn this. The spec didn't used to play like this. It was a lot different. whenever they change the talents with this expansion. Like, I spent time playing it, but like I didn't consider every single form of min-maxing. Yeah, I suppose we can just kind of hit people until somebody falls over. Everybody has defensives. I don't have Fury. How do I not have Fury? I'm so not used to that. See, it used to be a Fury generator. This warrior is pretty... Jesus. Warrior was kind of easy to damage. I remember Unbounded Chaos, no momentum. Star Surgery also die. Can you die here? That's slow. Whatever slow was on me. I have a burst window again. Should probably wait to get both I-beam and... that guy's about to die. I don't even know. I feel like I just need to redo the match. It's the kind of thing I just wanted to end. I was trying to go about this with some actual tact. Let's actually be tactful about this. Who to focus? Somebody say something. Balance. Right. See you, old. Alright. Bro, what the fuck? What kind of Mickey Mouse bullshit was that? I'm on the wrong one. I got one out. So, alright, now I'm on the right. Balance. Drop. Now they've used their defenses. Like, you can't get past that tree cooldown the resto is using for the most part. This is going to be hard. So now we got. Alright, so he just used personal defensive. We got MS on both of them. Alright, we're taking substantial damage to get out of this. Alright. Alright, keep on pushing. Meta in 46. I'm wasting the 18% windows, like I said I would. I'll get used to it eventually, but yeah, it's a rough learning curve. And this Boomy, I don't think anybody else went on the Boomy. Is not what happened. Well, we So I'm not even gonna have Blade Dance up in the. This is so much. So much Druid. Alright, we got meta up. We have a push window here. I think I'm gonna just surprise the warrior. Oh, we got this. I'm just saying. Oh my god. I could be much better at this. Need to get good at applying pressure through this combo. It goes. You go in with Immolate. Immolate has a chance to refresh charges with this build. It increases damage every time it deals damage. You can have more than one active. You get 5 seconds after you launch Immolate of 18% more damage. So I need to MO every engage. Just gonna pick this up. See, it's almost a waste to even go in. You should just go in and kind of like barely do anything. Alright, so they just had ultimate. Yeah. Warrior doesn't have. also completely missing. Or is that even true? It's like we're hitting everybody with Nerf bats. Nothing actually does any damage. There's ways to Chaos Nova out of. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not doing this great. I feel like I engaged pretty strong, but like if it were like a one-on-one, but it was also not. In the nature of personal cooldowns and healers. It's really about coordinating CC on the healers and isolating an individual, which we're not doing in a pug. And it's also very difficult to do, even in a group. Just lowest HP druid. Yeah. It's pretty much the best strat. I agree with 100% that. It's also whichever druid I can stealth out. Because, you know. Round lost. I feel like the warrior is the target though, like the whole time. Jordan's are just so sickening. They're playing into a healer like this. Well, yeah. Starting him and then the new rating 3. MMV is different than rating, though. That's what that means. Whenever you're new, it's based on like your something else, your past seasons, your mixed match rating versus mixed match value. I guess is what that MMV is. Yeah, through druids. Probably instead of this, we want the aggro trinket. Anyways. You'd almost be better off making like your green PvP gear tier sets. I need to like throw glaive on my main bars so I treat it like a main ability because I really can't even begin to think like that. I'm not using it as much as I should. We could maybe go as well. I can move this. Yeah, I'm pretty accustomed to that though. Let's use that. Yeah, I think that works out. So we do shift 5. We have those as kind of alternative trinkets in this case. Just see how I feel about that. Or moving. We can also put Chaos Nova in 2 places since I have so very few abilities. Just see what I think about it. Down here, I'm already using Prison.
Looks like you could all use some resources. There's a saying.
It'd be interesting if they gave you 4 PvP talents instead of 3. That would be one of the single biggest things they could do is just PvP talents. I always wish that I could play 1 more. A bit overpowered though. Release. I don't see the war crate on the map at all. It's simply not there. This is very close. It's just like not spawning it. That's not the problem. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not done. Quest. I think it's inside of the map to try to. Right now, everybody's not.
You stand before the Black. The Oathstone must be activated to restore the power of my Dragonflight. Do you trust me? Something is wrong here. This cannot be. The stone is cracked?
Father broke his oath, and with that the stone broke as well.
Alright, second cup of coffee.
We meet again.
We're doing solo shuffle. How much conquest do I have at this point?
The forge of the Earth Warder is close. It is
104. Not very much because I'm not winning. Those were very long, protracted battles. Rather than short ones. And the queue took quite a while. I get 175 off that.
We protect the Isles.
These Jarradin have been looting the Citadel. Perhaps they have taken the fragments. I shall assist you in the search.
See, that's completely wrong. I should just do solo play. I think I want to get up and second cup off. Maybe do some PvE on this character instead of shuffles. Do that later. I do want to do those. Has this thing done? Raid Finder. It's scale. I don't think this other stuff is necessarily worth it. What's my grade roll like? I don't have one. I could do a mythic. Let me put on my PvE gear. We're gonna Keystone. Start with my own. I really want to get that weapon replaced. I have one green in my PvE set. That is awful. That is horrendous. I don't really want to waste flight stones upgrading it either. They're good for PvE. Yeah, I'm going to come back to this character later, I think. Looking at Hearth. I'm not about to do this campaign just to end that quest, potentially. I don't know where the war crate went. I can go to the dummies. Do my rotation real quick. Okay. Cool. Oh. The opposite. Is there a cap to how many targets get the top? I think I'm just messing it up. It's all about timing. Right here. You just want to reset. Get to a point where you're just like hitting buttons and it's difficult to get back to the ground state.
Make this quick. Till we meet again. Oh, it's you. Hello, mortal.
A wise choice.
Good luck out there.
Alright, so I'll start off with MLA charge. I did. We should have done Essence Break before that. Charge. So throw glaive increases damage taken by. Okay. So it's every school. Every school becomes chaos. That's every one. Doesn't affect any other source of chaos. Alright. I think we about done with that character for right now, and like a low gear character.
have many lucky doos you like.
$463. Well, I want these are actually upgrades. Are they not? Or no, they're not even like if it's not awakened, it's nothing. Zaki Elders, people just don't do this for whatever reason. I could try. I doubt there will be anybody there. Yeah, sure, I'll get rid for that. And what level of gear? Yeah, that's not bad to do if you like. If I did this for just a vault, this is kind of my character of least concern. I just want to get it into Raid Finder. What's my currency situation like? I have honor. Don't have anything that's egregiously low though. Looks like everything is more or less. I could spend a little bit.
The city's finest wares.
Should probably just spend it on my trinkets, in all honesty. Those are the only thing worth really. If I like upgrade my medallions, it will maybe push me into Raid Finder territory.
You'll find nothing better in the Isles.
Valdrakken quality.
I need to go up 3 item levels or so. Right. What did it say? Or is it more than that? Currently 461. So if I use these, we say probably haste or crit. Just haste. It's kind of a consideration. 460. How else would we increase our item level though? Doing this is how, okay. Right. So let's upgrade this. We don't have any flight stones. Literally 0. Nothing upgrades with honor. Right. If I bought some off pieces, left 4 item levels. Which got some flight stones. I don't know. Would that even push my average up? I think flight stones are probably easier to come by, right? I'll only have enough for 1 item anyways. I don't think that is. I'm gonna clear a 2 item level after buying the trinkets.
Make this quick. Goodbye now. Till we meet again.
All right. Some flight stones somehow. They come from basically everything. I'm not going. Where is this down to?
Let us begin. We will find our fate. Fair skies and strong winds.
How fare you? In unity, find strength.
I supply finest goods.
So, yeah, 29 up. Light stones, yeah, they can give me any of those. I don't have anything else to turn in here. That might. Yes. I really want to do a heroic dungeon, I think. Out of that.
What's the word on the street? Be careful out there.
No, that's not a fucking thing. Fuck that. Did he just disappear? Is that what happened there? Is this a tie-in with Pandaria? Like, what the either vanished or died. I didn't even look at his love. Something like that. It should be gold anna. So about that. Oh. Like time walking, like, I don't know. I kind of wanted to think about that. Like interesting trinkets. Other stuff is not very interesting. Get the stuff out of my bags. Those things are annoying the way they can be. Guns. Almost there. And I'll have flight stones as well. I'm just jumping, so. This is. I've entered so many on my new hunter, or they're in my bank. Does have speed on it though. Just throw that in the bank. I'll never ever make speed sets. Maybe I will. I've thought about it, but yeah. It takes a lot of effort. I'm trying to set them aside. For time walking, especially would be funny. Some of those people go very fast. Has speed on it as well. Not that because it decreases their target speed. Things to alter speed like that. How do you make it price? That I can't disenchant. I'm trying to bend there as well. Probably throwing these in the bank is not the worst. It's kind of a regent. A second one of these, like, would be huge. This doesn't damage because he hasn't broken my shield. So my pet hasn't done anything defensive, or does it not even react? Said Runoria twice, so beat it. Hopefully I also got classy exalted. Also, let's check that Pandaria. No. Okay, so I'm about to run I'm gonna check if the it's still not assisting me. It's not in front of me. Alright, I'm gonna see if I've completed this quest. So I don't think I have. Whenever I like did my faction change, it didn't give me the other side of the Pandaria campaign. So I'm not sure that I've done it on any character that I like retain progress in this. You get that from the Pandaria quest line as Horde. So I could do that. I could make a character just to like and level it just for the sake of that. I don't know why, but I do kind of want that mount because it's so vanilla, OG kind of looking. My hunter maybe.
You wish to speak?
What else do we have here? Like old arts, I guess. Choose disappear on it. How about we? Let's get rid of some stuff that we're not gonna use. Um, I can't send to that realm. Oh yeah, I'm on this realm. That's why everything's sort of. That's like my only character on the realm now. Okay. I have a bank, but in that case, let me use this. Oh my god. Alright. Make a difference. Sky blue. It doesn't look particularly clean. I could use like the male's model to make it look different. Orc is kind of difficult to work with in appearances. So basically a human. But it is just brutal. I like this mask.
There's a killer on the loose. You should let them know what it feels like. Get them. Looks like you could all use some resources. There's a saying for this. Survival of the fittest. Have such egos built up from warring amongst one another. You've yet to face a real challenge.
US supply crate. All right, guys. It's the best day in Gaza. It just spawned out of nowhere. So close enough to the ground now. Alright, well, I don't have both my trinkets equipped, do I? Should probably change that. I knew I was doing. If it's a 1v1 versus Pally, yeah. As you see here. 1.59 mil. I don't even know how to survive versus Pally. Yes. I have ancestral healing potion, which would be useful. 200. I would probably PvP as not Demonology. Destro may be a better PvP than PvE. Like Affliction, Destro, PvE would be a Demonology for sure. PvP, I don't know, it's kind of weird. One place. Yeah. I'm a warlock. Absolutely no dots on it. behind me. Just by hiding behind the crates, like where? Let's just go underground.
Welcome. May your feet never dry.
The universe is full of mystery. Take no truth for granted. New opportunities lay before us.
Loktar. Best goods in the Isles. May I serve you?
Maniac Cubans. It's like, am I 463 or am I 463?
Wears fit for the aspects.
Bro. Said 463, and I'm exactly 463 back.
The city's finest goods.
Should do these since they're pretty runaway. These are cheap. Hmm. Oh, that's very good.
Return soon.
This is very unfortunate. Um, Okay. Getting this character to be less cluttered.
The dragon has much to offer. Perspex keep you safe. Perspex grace shine down on you.
It's a very big trinket, actually. Oh, seriously. So, Mythic 11. He's gonna count him out. That's why. I mean, like, I already have.
I have just the thing, Wanderer. May your feet find good trails.
We rejoice their return.
Restart it, which I don't normally do that anymore. Mark it out. I don't know. Yeah, the Shadowlands. What are those numbers?
Protect the city. Honor all dragons.
Dude, we just had the craziest car accident ever.
Is that you in that car? Okay.
Yeah, they ran the red light, smashed up on the car.
Here we are in glorious Portland, Oregon. How about that? I don't know if you can hear the wonderful sounds emanating through the airwaves, but we have some hellish sounds of doom ringing through the air, courtesy of this gentleman. It's been going on for well over an hour. You know, I gotta say, sometimes maybe I bother people with my interviews, going up, talking to them, saying this, saying that. What this guy is doing is inescapable. Ringing through the streets. How would you describe Portland in one sentence?
Can I take my mask off? Misrepresented in the news because they want to use it as a scapegoat for all kinds of tensions. But really, I don't think there's a whole lot going on out here. It's usually pretty smooth, I'd say.
Smooth, pretty casual, pretty coy.
Telling you what I see.
Give it to us raw.
Well, see, that's the thing. I mean, you want it raw. It's like, what part of the street were you on? I mean, it could go any which way at any given time, but I've had a pretty decent afternoon so far, so that's the raw version. But it actually is worse than it sounds, because that's a ridiculous criticism of the media, and I don't know who you guys are with or not with, but honestly, well, when you start talking about Portland as a decent place to exist, why, that makes the news look positively ridiculous. Anyway, thanks, guys.
Yeah, appreciate you. Have a great day. Portland is like, you know, one part of Portland is like maybe you're gonna get stabbed and robbed. The other part of Portland is like, you know, the whitest yuppie assholes you've ever met. Quite the dichotomy. We're here in gorgeous Portland, where we have this sign. The sign is featuring Sir Elton John. It says, "A night fighting for those with AIDS. Compassion." And ironically enough, the website's called passiton.com. I think they should have thought their AIDS advertisement through a little more. I don't think AIDS advertisements should be featured on passiton.com. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Oh, they gave a machete. That's scary. Oh, cool. I just want to make sure I'm not like bothering you on your. No, not at all. How would you describe Portland in your own words?
It depends on the area, but I would describe it as either a very weird and loving and interesting place, and in some areas a very dangerous and scary place where like happens. Like, this is a weird city. It's Keep Portland. Yes.
Your spirit is
Like, have you heard of it? It started out in Mexico City, then it went to Juarez, I think, like right below the Texas border. Now I've heard of it happening around here. It's a sketchy place in certain areas, but it's a great city overall, because like it's such a diverse community. It's such a wonderful like place with such beautiful sights and amazing people often. Like me, for example, as you saw, I had the machete type thing, and I'm one of the nicest people that I've ever met. You know, it's just you can't judge a book by its cover.
What's your favorite part about Portland?
It's an adventure every time you go to. Like, literally, you can end up, like, if you just talk to people, you're going to find yourself in the weirdest situations, doing the coolest or most interesting things, and yeah.
What's your least favorite part about Portland? Aside from...
Well, personally, I've been knocked around a little bit by some of the dangerous people in Chinatown area. That's an area to stay away from. But, yeah, that's probably my least favorite, is that there's some people so sketchy that you do one wrong move and they're so high on methamphetamine that they're ready to fucking kill you within a split second, you know?
Chinatown's a pretty dangerous area?
Yes, and it's nothing against the community that lives there, I'm assuming, but the homeless population there specifically seems to be very out of control in certain mannerisms and such. Like, they just seem like they're very sketchy people that have access to high quality stimulants that maybe they shouldn't.
Have you ever used the machete in self-defense?
I haven't had to yet. But that's why I carry it.
Pretty gnarly. Oh yeah, well have a great day, brother. Appreciate it. Over here, crossing a casual crosswalk. Found a Portland classic. This right here is a souvenir in Portland, Oregon. Portland definitely has an immense amount of boarded up buildings.
Over my character for a
lot of
while.
graffiti everywhere. Street art graffiti, and a large homeless population, and a lot of people on drugs, I would say. Whole lot of boarded up buildings. I don't know how much you roll. Yeah. We heard it
I'm a
from the
squirrel.
streets. Chinatown. It's the place to be, right?
It's nuts.
My personal
This
favorite
is
part
crazy.
of Portland is the nice plywood with the drawings on it. Beats having windows, eh? Dude, this whole place has been shattered in. There's no glass at all in this whole place. It's like you can look right into the store. It's pretty wild. Take a peek in there. All the glass is gone. But hey, it's just pretty art. It's just nice art. Here we have some nice little homes. Pleasant smell of shit in the streets. Chinatown has got it pretty rough, man. Chinatown's gotten it pretty rough. Get that, look at that. It's just, seems like there's just trash and broken windows just about everywhere you look. Dude, there's just certain little alcoves in Portland where they're just filled with garbage and trash. I mean, you think this was a landfill, but this is just a regular spot on a side of a street in Portland. The only homelessness I've seen similar to this is like LA and Austin. The streets lined with tents. It's not really like that as much in DC and Baltimore, but at the same time, there's parts of it everywhere.
When a man with a homemade machete tells you not to come here, I guess that's the, I guess that's the sign.
We have a little tiny home village in there. Pretty interesting. A little video store called Taboo sparked our interest. It says a Taboo adult video. We're gonna check it out. Also says arcade open 10 to 10. Holy mackerel. How are you? No filming?
Just like tiny squirrel with this huge demon.
Holy hell. I get what they mean when they say they want to keep Portland weird. I guess I could have guessed by the exterior of that building, but holy shit, man. That's definitely not what I think of when I think of an arcade. But I guess you learn something every day. Exploring Portland. What's your name, brother?
Exclusive shit. My name is Richie Go Get It, but formerly known as Jameer Olive. I took myself from the USA. I'm not fucking with the USA. This ain't nothing but some organized crime. I came in here with a social security number, didn't even know that I was part of the company. Now I know I'm gonna be solvent. So I'm driving around here talking about, when they say, give me your license, I'm giving you my license. It's some game for you, because you're traveling. They don't want to tell you that. But listen, Oregon is great. They got to just clean up the people just laying around here, they don't want to do nothing. I say like this, the father, like he said, man, if you don't eat, if you don't work, you don't eat. Simple as that. So when the people out here begging and shit, they go get some drugs, I have no respect. And then you guys just 10 cents a can. What the fuck? In Cali? They break in your backyard, bud. They come in and will take your cans. It's $1.89 a pound. And they get 10 cents a can? You do the math. These niggas will come out here and it won't be no cans out here. And they ain't got no, it's like, they're not ready. They better get some hustle on them. They got a problem. It's too late. They telling everybody come down here. This is drug capital? Oh my God.
That's recycling cans for money for those who didn't catch that.
Hey, man, look, if you can't survive here, you can't survive in America. I'm being real though, because man, 10 cents a can?
Yeah! Woohoo! We won, bitches! We won! Yeah! Yeah! Mitch Connor's mayor! There's gonna be change! Yeah!
To power you need before you eat.
Savior. Woohoo! Oh, fuck! See, you're done. Pray to Christ, or we're all dead! The new kid did it! Someone... Now maybe we can eat his flesh. Hail Satan!
Oh, you little fuck critters again, huh? Santa's gonna kick the shit out of you!
Well, shucks, we weren't expecting Santa to show up. Whatever will we do? We're in a bit of a bind, Rabbity. Don't be sad, Barry. Shucks, I can just sacrifice myself. Hooray!
Santa's about to go to town on your ass!
Ow! Satan will hear about this critter abuse. Here I come! I'm on the job. It's about damn time. yeah.
Good.
It's so great when we all work together. Now it's my turn. Super tornado! I take it you've been programmed for etiquette, protocol, and kicking ass? Oh, harder, Master! Beat me harder! Go, buddy! That'll look great on your superhero resume!
Oh, I see. All right, you kids get...
Popeye, I need some help here! Popeye is being killed by Christmas critters! Hey, what is that?
Okay, I'll be back.